LDBC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Boxing and MMA Show Live. Okay, folks. This video and for situations like this is why I endeavor to advocate for the women in mixed martial arts. This is why I'm dedicating over 90% of my platform to advocating for them. Because, see, I know that this happens to men sometimes. But, see, Colleen Schneider has been screwed. And not physically. But I'm talking about screwed out of some of the purse that she deserves, which is not that much anyway. I mean, folks, that's just how it is, okay? Her purse wasn't that great to begin with. But this woman is going to get fined 20% of her purse. 20%. That's a lot. That's a whole hell of a lot of her purse. Especially when, your purse isn't that much. Colleen Schneider, she had an opponent that was scheduled, okay? And she was going to fight Rebecca Ruth, as it says right here in the article, okay? So this woman withdrew from their fight at the 125-pound limit, okay? So they got somebody else, okay? They got somebody else to fight Colleen Schneider, and they got them to fight her at 135. So, of course, she started eating to put on 10 more pounds of weight so she can make the 135-pound weight limit. So she can actually be on point and not be undersized to fight against a bigger opponent. And if you guys know anything about, fighting and making weight, you know that weight does matter in most of the fights that are fought. Okay, so she ate, and she got up to 135 pounds, or she got close to it, and then that fight didn't materialize, okay? That fight didn't materialize. That opponent couldn't fight. So now she got into a fight with Chrissy Daniels, okay? And the fight, again, was at 125 pounds, and Chrissy Daniels, she wouldn't do a catch weight. So all of this happened in a matter of days, okay? This woman, she made the 125-pound weight limit, okay? She made the weight limit. Then she had to go back up to 135. So she made that weight limit. And all of this is in a matter of days. And then she had to come back down, okay, to 125 pounds in a matter of days. And she only got down to 129 pounds, okay? So, of course, that was over the limit. And you know that, most organizations like Bellator, they will let you be, 1 pound over. They'll let you be a pound over the limit, okay? Well, she was 3 pounds over the allowable limit. So they took 20% of her purse. And it's not even her fault. This is kind of the stuff that I'm going to advocate for. Okay, this is it. So what I'm going to do, okay, the coach is going to call up Bellator. And I'm going to ask these questions. It's not her fault. So you take 20% of this woman's purse, okay? Mind you, she's probably on a fixed income. Because she's not, she's not a main eventer. She's 10-7. She's not a main eventer. So she's probably on a fixed income. She probably has to do other jobs to make ends meet. Okay? Just like a lot of the female fighters. And please don't come on here, well, Coach, they're men. Well, you go make a video about the men. I advocate for the women in the sport because they have been done, they've been done wrong the most time. Okay? I advocate for the women. I advocate for them. She's not a main eventer. She's not going to have a lot of income coming her way off of fighting unless she works her way up and she becomes a main eventer. Folks, that's just the way that is. Now I can see if she blatantly missed weight. But for an error, that's not her fault because she couldn't find an opponent. You still find this woman 20% of her purse. 20% of a purse that she really don't have anyway. Because she don't make diddly squat. See, the coach is going to call Bellator. I'm going to call them up on the phone, okay? And I'm going to ask them specifically. And I want to talk to the person, and I'm going to ask to talk to the person that's actually in charge of certain details about the purse. Why are you guys taking 20% of this woman's purse when, understandably, it's not her fault that she missed the weight? Because she's trying to make a fight happen. Okay, there's no argument on this. There is no argument on this. There's nothing you can say. There's no argument. You see, here go the thing, man. These organizations like Bellator, like Strikeforce, like Invicta, you know they make millions of dollars off these fighters. Millions. They make a lot of, they make millions of dollars off the gates. They have pay-per-views. And these fighters, especially the women, they get paid peanuts to be on these cards. You know they pay, and I didn't know this, they pay roughly. They take in a gate, and you know that they use roughly about 5 to 10% of the gate, and they pay the fighters. That's what the fighters get. While you got all these other people in suits, they make the rest of the money. And I equated it. Now, I'm not saying that they take a gate and they pay the fighters. No, they got a contract, okay? But when you look at the payouts, okay, the payouts don't even equal the amount of the gate. So what's going on with all this money? The payouts don't equal all the gate. And now I'm talking about all the fighters in general. You got these fighters going into a cage, man. They're going into a cage. They're taking a brutal beating. And then, they don't even get to give their whole post-fight interviews. They can't even tell you what they think about the fight because you got some guy in a suit that's making more than them, cutting them off. And then when they get back, they look at their purse and it's gone because they got to pay their trainers. They got to pay sparring partners. They got to pay managers. They got to pay all of this. So you're looking at them getting to keep roughly 25% of the purse that's left over. Literally, that's what they're keeping. So, you have to ask yourself, what does Bellator gain? What do they gain in taking 20% of Colleen's purse, which is nothing? What do they gain? I mean, folks, that's just how it is. I mean, I'm passionate about this because I understand what these women have to go through. I've been in gyms, multiple gyms, where I trained in the gyms and I saw how the women were getting done. When I was in an MMA gym and they were preparing these women for these fights, I saw how little they got paid. I saw that the promoters took the lion's share of the purse, and these people don't take the lion's share of getting beat. I saw it. The men always got paid more. They always got paid more. They got paid more. And I know somebody will come in and say, well, yeah, but it's based on who can put the butts in the seats. And that's right to an extent. But to take 20% of her purse and her opponent, golly, you won't do a catch weight. You didn't want to do a catch weight. And, the woman, you can tell she's a true professional. You can tell that Colleen Schneider is a true professional. She was trying to make the weight. But you give the girl 2 to 3 days, to make the weight. After she had already got her weight back up to 135 pounds. I mean, I don't know. Bellator, how the hell you going to explain this? And people, you can say it's a contract. But the same person who wrote the contract, they can make an addendum to the contract. I mean, folks, this does not make any ideology. It don't make sense. All this money floating around. But these fighters, for some reason, they can't get it. They can't get none of this money. They can't. They get a contract, and either they take it, and if they don't accept the contract, they get put on the shelf. That's what happens. They get put on the shelves. And if you're dealing with fighters, especially female fighters, that this is one of their main sources of income, they really don't have a choice. They got to take the fight. But Colleen Schneider, the coach is going to stand, and the coach is going to be calling Bellator tomorrow morning and asking them what happened. Why are we taking 20% of this woman's purse, which she's not getting a whole lot of money anyway? You guys tell me what you think. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.